In this video, we'll show you how to build a simple campaign to send out an email to your prospects. So let's get started. As you can see here, we're in the Campaign Explorer right now, and this is where you'll find all of your campaign folders as well as any campaigns that you've saved in your account. Now, since we're talking about building new campaigns, we'll want to navigate to New Campaign, and this will take us to the Campaign Builder where we can start configuring the settings for our campaign. First, let's give our campaign a name. Next, let's select the folder that we want to save our campaign in. Now we'll choose the campaign type. So keep in mind that the campaign type is assigned for reporting purposes only. It actually has no effect whatsoever on how the campaign behaves. So we'll go ahead and choose promotion. Next, you have the notes section here. This is where you can add any comments or notes that you like. Now, even though this is completely optional, it might be a good idea to maybe include a note or two just to give your team members some context as to what this campaign is for or what it should do. Now we'll configure the effective dates for this campaign, which will control when it starts as well as when it ends. On the left, we'll select when the campaign starts. Choosing Start Immediately will cause the campaign to begin the moment the Start button is clicked, while choosing Start On means that the campaign will begin on a specific date and time in the future. So let's go ahead and have our campaign start on March 20th at 8 a.m. Now let's specify when we want this campaign to end. Choosing Run Indefinitely will cause the campaign to basically run until someone manually stops it, while choosing End On will cause the campaign to stop on a specific day. So let's have our campaign run for a week and end on the 27th. Now we've reached the audience section, and this is where we'll define the audience for our campaign. Now for the target audience, we'll select the list of prospects that we want to send the email to. So let's go ahead and browse the account and locate the lists that we want to use. Notice that you can select anywhere from 1 to as many lists as you like, and they can be both dynamic and static lists. Now, since we have the overall settings for our campaign configured, let's go ahead and click OK. This will take us to the campaign workspace, and as you can see, the start action is now in place. Now, every campaign will begin with the start action, and this is where prospects will enter the campaign and begin their journey. On the right-hand side, you'll see the different campaign actions that you can potentially add to a campaign. And each action actually performs a specific task. Now, since we're talking about building an email campaign, we'll want to click on the email action and drag and drop it into the workspace. After the email action is in place, we'll double click on it to configure the email template that we'll use to send to prospects, as well as the sender of the email. So let's go ahead and browse the account and locate the email template that we want to use. Next, we'll want to choose who the email is sent from. If you want the email to be sent from the Demand Center user assigned as the owner of a prospect, then you'll want to select Prospect Owner. On the other hand, if you want the email to be sent from a specific user, then you'll want to select User. So in our example here, let's go ahead and pick a user. Now, before clicking Apply, we'll want to make sure that the Suppress Duplicates box is checked. And what this basically does is it prevents you from sending the same email template to a given email address more than once within a 24-hour period. So in most cases, you'll want to leave this setting enabled. So now that we have everything configured for our email action, let's go ahead and click Apply. And at this point, our campaign is almost ready to go. So let's save our changes. And now let's click on the Start button to start the campaign. So in our example here, this campaign will start on March 20th, and when that date has been reached, prospects will move out of the Start action here and flow into the email action and be sent the email. And there you have it. That's how you build a campaign to send out an email to your prospects.